So after seeing how that worked, let's review this again. So arrays are also reference types. So Visual Basic primitives, that means integers, doubles, strings, these are primitives, are value types. Value types are managed directly. The memory location specified by the variable name holds the value itself. If we use the so that's a little bit unclear actually. If we use the by-val keyword in a method's signature, we pass a copy, so changes to the local copy do not affect the original variable. In contrast, VB arrays are reference types. This is still not so clear because we're talking about a data type as being either a primitive, either a value type or a reference type, but then he's also talking about using the by-val keyword versus the by-reference keyword, which is it's different. It's definitely related, but it's when we're using it in a subroutine here versus, and when we're using it in using the by-ref key in a subroutine versus generally what do we mean by value types versus reference types. So it's a little bit confusing the way he's combining these two together. Anyway, he says VB arrays are reference types. These include objects and complicated things like buttons and controls and arrays. Reference types are managed by using references or pointers, so we saw that a little bit. For now, you should focus on the main behavior difference. When an array is passed into a method, the new local name is a reference. And now he says whether it's passed by val or by ref. So even if we use by val, so we expect that if we use by reference, that it's going to be a reference or like a pointer. But we don't expect that, according to what I said just before, that this is going to be true if we use the by val keyword. But the point here is that even though we use the by val keyword, since arrays are reference types, we're still going to be only working with a pointer. Okay? So it points to the same memory same memory location, the array, as the original reference. So it's even more confusing. I didn't show this example, but actually we saw it, well, we didn't see it here, but we saw the fact that we're putting in, even though we're using by val, we're putting in an array, and so this is going to be treated as though this was by reference. But if you read what I told you to read on Google, you'll see it's a little bit even different than that. So it's kind of a confusing subject. It's kind of a famously confusing subject. But you can read it in that Google reference, and it's sort of clear there. So any changes we make to a local passed-in array inside our method will also affect the original. So because arrays are reference types, even if we use the by-val keyword, it's still going to act like it was like we were using the by-ref keyword. Okay, so that's pretty confusing. Anyway, he says we will discuss reference types in full detail in programming too. But if you read that reference, the Google, if you do the Google search and look at that article that I mentioned at the beginning of this slide, you'll see the full detail of it.